As gun violence touches communities in the Bay Area and all around the country, parents and teachers are trying to figure out ways to talk about a very tough issue with children. Lezla Gooden is here to tell us about a special school that encourages kids to have open conversations, and not just that, Lezla, to actually do something about this.
Exactly. Now, it's called the Freedom School of San Francisco. It focuses on shaping the minds of the future through social action. And right now, they are talking to students about gun violence prevention and what they can do about it. During the summer inside Third Baptist Church, you will find nearly 20 kids, a part of its Freedom School, which is a place where children learn to believe not only in themselves, but in making change in their communities through social action.
G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job, good job.
One of those kids is 10-year-old Chidi, who says this is his first year in the program.
What's the best part? I don't know. We get to be with friends.
Right now, the Freedom Schools across the country are focusing on gun violence prevention, something Chidi thinks about a lot.
Because many people get shot, and the police don't do anything about it. Yeah, like, it happened to me when I was, like, in my house. Not in my house, like, outside of my house twice. Last year and then this year.
Chidi says when he hears the term gun violence, he feels
negativity, scared, hopeless, sad. Yeah.
Each semester, the school includes activities, speakers, and enrichment programs to tackle difficult topics like gun violence.
Need to take a step out because I do know this can be a sensitive topic.
The kids in the program range from kindergarten to middle school and are encouraged to share their feelings and thoughts about it, something Chidi says he wished more people would do.
Not many people come to talk about it with other people. It's only a small amount of schools that do that. They show that they care about us.
And to further the conversation, Freedom School San Francisco invited Supervisor Catherine Stephanie to speak to them.
Kids should be worrying about, who they're going to play with, what they're going to do at recess, not about whether there are ghost guns in our society, about lockdown drills and all the things that came up. I mean, it just makes me want to work harder. The fact that, in the United States, gun violence is now the leading cause of death of our children is just absolutely unacceptable.
Leading the discussions are teachers at the Freedom School who say gun violence is in the forefront of the kids' minds more than people realize.
I've lost family members, close people to gun violence, and so I'm definitely one that advocates for gun violence prevention, and to have to explain that to such young minds, especially when they're so impressionable, kind of hurts my heart that they have to grow up in this type of society. But I would rather I talk to them about the subject and they get the proper knowledge about it.
While having the uncomfortable conversations, civic engagement and social action remains the core and mission of the Freedom Schools, saying their students' well-being emotionally and physically is really what it's all about. We didn't get to include the entire conversation that we had with these kids on gun violence, but I do have to share that they were asking some really important, heavy, and sometimes heartbreaking questions. Also, I do want to show the drawing that Chidi made for me during our interview that was really powerful. Now, if you look closely, you can see at the bottom it says the past. That's where you see the people walking over the rainbow, going to the future to end gun violence.
That is just, it is heartbreaking to see that, but I've wondered as a parent how to have this talk with my kids, so it's nice to see sort of a roadmap of how to do that.
Yes, getting them to draw.
Yeah, very interesting.
You never know what they're going to say.
I'm going to use that tool. Thank you so much, Lezla. We appreciate it. On that subject, the National Day of Social Action is coming up on July 19th. All Freedom Schools across the country will be marching to their local city halls to bring awareness to gun violence prevention.